Hi guys, Rando Gamer here with the next session of Pokerole, specifically Pokemon Basalt Session 6. This one finds the party getting close to the end of Route 101. They come across a way station there, and they encounter a new type of Pokemon they haven't encountered before, and is kind of related to one of the overarching plots for the campaign, namely involving the Dragon Cult. Um, After dealing with that and recovering a little bit, they make their way on Route 3 towards their first gym and start to encounter some of the uh, rock and ground types that they're really looking forward to. Uh, Also, big one for this session was the introduction of Melody, another trainer that they encounter on the route that kind of joins up with their group. Um, and gives kind of a little bit of a different perspective to the party that we already have. But overall, a really fun session. If you like the session, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see and stay up to date with more of my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, here is Pokemon Basalt Session 6.
Well, thank you guys for joining. This is session 6 of Pokemon Basalt. Um, during our last session, we had made some more progress on Route 101. There was some training moments mixed in there. So, Colin had done some training with Bernie, which is his Munchlax, for those that don't recall or haven't joined us previously. And basically is like working on his lick ability. Um, and Colin had also done some like bonding um, moments with his Pokemon, kind of like trying to increase the connection as a group. Um, I don't remember if I codified it last session or the previous one, but two successful bonding moments will increase happiness and loyalty, and then it kind of like exponentially increases from there. Um, Alyssa had joined in on the training session as well, working with her Poplio, um,
Oh yeah.
and then
hmm
had done a little bit with her Bond Suite, trying to build it up with its confidence because at the moment I think her Bond Suite only knows Splash.
Was this the same session where we made the claymore type things? Not claymore, but like the clay pigeon type stuff, or was that the session before?
Uh, I don't think so. It
Like
just
the
mentioned
target, the
you
things
made
for target.
targets. They weren't necessarily clay ones, or at least not yet. So you might have done another training session later
Oh, anyways, okay, never mind. Sorry.
on. You guys, Colin had you guys had taken a break at this point to kind of like rest, and it kind of was becoming a tradition for Colin to be smothered by all of his Pokemon plus Munchmax. Um,
Yeah, dude, keeps taking my sleeping bag.
Munchmax is the party's Munchlax, so it was a group caught Pokemon. So it's kind of like the, I'm trying to think in the anime if there's a good example.
Mascot, basically.
Kind of like mascot. It's literally the way I've described it is at any point you can call upon Munchlax to assist as any of the trainers, because she is just part of the group and will help. Kind of like Meowth is for Team Rocket is like they don't necessarily
Yeah, yeah,
own Meowth, but Meowth is a member of the team. So like
right.
at any point if you guys feel like you would like to have Munchlax join into battles and everything to level her up, you can. It's always on the table. Otherwise, she'll probably just sit and eat all the food, watching as you guys struggle. Uh,
the the thing that's funny is whether or not we decide to level her up, that latter thing will happen regardless.
After getting some breakfast and everything, you guys had started on your travels down um, the road. Initially, you guys were continuing with like your slower pace of wanting to like kind of like level up and grind before getting to the first gym. Um, and Colin had his baby out on his shoulder kind of throughout the day. Um, and this is where I had kind of codified that the babies changed their flowers based off of the surrounding area. Um, it was becoming apparent that you guys were starting to get closer to where like the elevation was starting to change as you were getting closer to Route 2, just because you're going to start moving into the mountains here soon. So it was a little bit more arid. but it's not too taxing yet. I would say it's like a 1% incline at the moment. Like, you know, you're moving uphill, but it's not overly heavy on the gradient yet. You guys had done a little bit more training at this point, and this is where Alyssa had started using some of the different targets for. Oh, sorry, no, lost my place. Collin was adamant about trying to find the other 2 Pokemon. He wanted to find, because there was 2 unknown Pokemon in the Pokedex at this point in time, Drillbur and still another unknown. So he was kind of not really wanting to move on until they knew what the other 2 Pokemon were. And surprise, despite Munchlax being a rare Pokemon, they did encounter another Munchlax shortly after this. Following this fight, Firestarter Jan managed to capture this particular Munchlax and had named it Tub Tub.
Oh yeah,
Tub.
And then at this point, the party kind of decided to kind of like just sort of passively pick up Pokemon as they move on instead of like trying to grind out, because it was kind of one of those, as much as they wanted to stick around, they wanted to get to this first gem and get their first badge. There was a fun interaction with this Munchlax in particular, because while it was locked up because it was a beginner rank, Firestarter Jan was having issues with it, and in his infinite wisdom, Collin decided to fucking just grab some, like, a handful of mud and chuck it at this Munchlax, pissing it off. So like then the Munchlax started to focus on him and his Pokemon instead.
Oh, I remember this now.
Luckily, it was paralyzed, so like it wasn't able to do anything.
Yeah, luckily we immobilized the target.
Basically. As they continued on, the group had then come across a Rattata, a Drillbur, and another Timino. Seeing as this was 2 more Pokemon that they hadn't encountered, they decided to engage. The Rattata ended up taking too much damage from Finnegan, which was disappointing, so Firestarter Jan wasn't able to pick up the Rattata. But the Drillbur, I think, Lissa, did you pick up the Drillbur? Was that?
Someone caught a Drillbur, right?
I caught a
Lissa,
Drillbur.
You got the Drillbur?
I did.
Oh no! This is not last session though. I think we accidentally killed the Drillbur, is what happened. So I think both the Rattata and the Drillbur fainted, partly because Alyssa was battling it with a water type Pokemon, so she had a stab effect that ended up over damaging it. But because of how effective and how many battles we had last session, we had ended off with Collin's Flubbaby leveling up to Floette. So it was a decently long session. It just was almost exclusively battling. So all of my notes are basically turn by turn what happened during the battle. So as of right now, you guys, I think I had it written down that you're like 2/3 of the way down Route 101. You guys had kind of picked up the pace. So we're picking up, I think it's like mid-afternoon at this point. It's decent weather. I think we had rolled that it was currently a clear sky outside. And at this point, we'll say there is a trainer just ahead of you guys in the distance that you kind of, as you get over the despair of not catching either the Rattata or the Drillbur, you can kind of make her out in the distance. and I will turn it over to you guys.
Guys, I have something to say.
Well, I hope that it's intelligent.
I took a nap. I had dreams of the candy cane Dane stealing all of our stuff, and I woke up and it was there. There, I said it.
You need to train more.
You can tell that Collin is adopting the sour mood of Firestarter Jan, mostly because he doesn't have like a high EQ, so everyone else's mood is like he's impressionable. Because he already has harbored feelings of being disappointed of not being able to get his hands on a Trico at this point, even despite having several opportunities. So I am too at this moment, despite the flabebe on my shoulder, maybe trying to like, hey, it's okay, trying to be cute and get my attention. I'm just sort of sitting there simmering as well.
And don't disrespect that floette like that, because it's not a flabebe anymore.
Oh, sorry, a floette. My bad. Oh, do you want to determine the color, or can I pick the color of the flower?
Let me say.
As you said, it's the color of the area.
Yeah. So where you guys are currently at, you still have the river on one side that you kind of have been following as you go down. Because if you look at the map, your guys' general aesthetic is Route 101 flows north-south, kind of along the river there.
Just around the river bend.
And I was thinking the same thing.
And that's in the region docks, a little bit older up there.
Okay.
But if you
I
look
see.
from Gelfast down to that connection between Route 2 and Route 3,
yes,
there's a river that runs there as well. So it's basically
between Route 3 and Route 3 and 105, you mean?
No. Gelfast is up at the very tip of the north, kind of.
Oh, my bad.
You guys left from Gelfast on Route 101, moving south, and you'll hit the junction between Route 2 and Route 3 here shortly.
I remember now. Yes.
I forget the town that we were trying to head to.
We're going to
Pinnacle.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can continue and follow the river through the mountains, maybe? I mean, I guess we could cut through Route 3, but...
I didn't even prepare any boots. Do you think these will be okay? And I'll just I'm wearing like a generic form of like Skechers sneakers, you know?
Collin's
Some
rocking
New
Crocs.
Balance sneakers. The dad sneakers.
Can you not swim?
Everybody, is everyone here going to try and act like that we've all hiked in the mountains before?
What kind of Pokemon trainer are you? Like,
you can see Colin realize that like everyone here has most likely done on a mountain hiking trail.
you really need to get on our level and get like better, but just put your Pokemon in your balls. Let's get in the river.
What? In the river? I did not want to get wet today. Look at the nice sun.
So, by all means, get in the river. What I'm describing is there's
a river,
and then there's an actual road that's parallel with the river down to the junction of Route 2 and 3. Not that you have to walk in the water.
And
no more.
We're
at the point where we can no longer be in the river because we gotta go the other way.
Well, at some point, you guys will hit, like, that junction of Route 2 and 3. There will be a bridge that goes...
Oh, I thought we were at the junction. My bad.
Not yet. You guys are about two-thirds of the way down Route 101.
Okay, my bad.
Well,
okay.
It looks like there's a path that goes through the mountains. I mean, I could go for some more rock or ground types.
Nah, and Jen comes up and puts her arm around Collin, like around his shoulder, and kind of like nudges him towards the edge of the river. It's like, just get in. It's fine. Like, water Pokemon do it all the time. Like, just get better and be on my level. Be Firestarter Jan, except I'm the only one, so don't be me.
Jan, I hate to be so controversial, but I think maybe we should try to maybe we can find a guide, and that'd be nice. That way we don't have to rely on our own intuition.
All right, you're probably right. And she goes, oops, and gives you a shove into the river.
And I'll just like fall over in the most ugly sort of like undexterous sort of way into the river.
See, we're already wet. Might as well continue this way as she
Oh,
points at the road like by the river.
under my breath, I just say, "Why yada."
Colin, give me a quick dexterity roll to see how this is going in the river. And it's not like
of
the
course.
deepest river, but it is one of those that, like, especially, it's like 5 or 6 feet deep. So, like, it's enough that, like, unless you're really tall, you can't, like, stand up in. You're going to have to, like, swim. And, like, it's not the most aggressive current, but it is one of those that it's constantly moving.
Really quickly, it was you roll a d6 for each bubble, right?
Yep. And then you
And
need
then
a 4,
what-
5, or 6 for a success.
For success. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. So I only had one success. I don't know how many I needed, but if there's failure involved, can it involve mud and like the what are those things that grow in the riverbanks called?
The reeds?
Yes, the reeds.
Or the cattails, but yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So that was all you needed, but more I was just
Oh,
making sure
shit.
you weren't actively drowning.
Shit.
So like you're in the
Oh.
river and like it's kind of like awkward because you weren't expecting it. It's a little like a little cold, because like it's coming from the mountains. So, like it's warming up as it gets closer to the coast, but like still a little chilly, and so you're able to kind of like tread water and like work your way back to the bank, but you do end up going like 3 or 4 feet down backwards towards the coast.
I'm like fine, really. I'm just splashing a lot, and I'm like safely making my way back to shore. You know.
Melody, you're probably about 30 or 40 feet further down the route than this group, and you've now watched someone get pushed into the river and then them like kind of scream, not too shrill, but shrill enough that it's called your attention.
So I look over there. At first, I was like wanting to join them, and then I see the commotion, and I'm like nervous. But I am gonna like slowly get closer, and I don't know, see what happens, I guess.
So you see a new trainer or another trainer walking up to your group. At this point, we can kind of go around the table, starting with Colin, kind of describing what each of us look like. Colin, obviously, you're not drowning, but actively acting
of
like
course.
you're drowning.
Well, not necessarily acting like I'm drowning. Like I'm just like, despite my ability to succeed, I assume that like Anyways, I just splash myself up onto the riverbank, not even noticing you, and you'll see that like, I appear to be the oldest person in the group by at least half of a generation. I have like a sort of blackish brown dark hair that's like of medium length, that's well sort of like groomed in a sort of like, I don't know if I decided on having a bowl cut per se, but
I think you should.
I'm a little big boned, you could say. I'm not necessarily maybe I'm like a little chubby, but and I wear very nice like denim pants with a tucked in white button shirt and a belt, and I have solid square black glasses. And then at the moment, you do see that aside from my backpack, I have a belt with my other Pokeballs on it, but I have a floette that is currently sort of floating in my space, as I am just like currently taking my shoes off, because now I have to like walk around. My floette can use Vine Whip, So I'm going to have her use Vine Whip as we travel now to like act like as a clothesline to help my shit dry out as we continue forward.
Wait, are you just walking around in your skibbies?
No! I just took my shoes and socks off!
I was gonna say you also have a Cyndaquil.
I'm just a little too flustered at the moment. But yeah, that's Colin.
Okay, go ahead, Elliot.
Okay, I posted a picture of Elliot.
Oh, I'll post a picture as well.
He is teenaged. Seems pretty spry and confident. As he's trying to figure out like kind of the best direction to go, and mentioning the rock and ground types earlier has kind of gotten him a little excited. So he seems a little bit more amped. But he's got a C dot that rocks out on his shoulder. A Starly kind of flying around, a Drillbur that's just kind of digging potholes in the ground everywhere, and a Time Mode that's just kind of floating and like wrapping himself around my legs.
Wow.
Okay. Clarissa, are you ready? Firestarter Jan.
Oh, Tucker, you got some classic, like Pokemon journey vibe going on there, brother.
All right, Firestarter Jan, when you're ready, if you want to describe yourself.
Okay, Firestarter Jan.
First off, describe herself how dry she is at the moment. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, not wet, like at all.
God damn it.
Here is a picture of Firestarter Jan. She always has her Fennekin with her, either riding up on her shoulder or just walking by her side. She's got that long red flowing hair, and she introduces to yourself as, "Hi, how's it going? I'm Firestarter Jan."
You're the only one who recognized her so far. That's great.
Okay, that will bring us to Lissa.
As I look over at you with my socks, like I'm currently reading out.
I also posted a picture of my character. She's pretty on par
hell
with
yeah.
posted.
I love that.
Most of my Pokemon stay in their balls, but I have my Populo that follows me around and is with me.
All right, and finishing off, Melody, why don't you introduce yourself to the rest of the party?
I haven't really decided what I was gonna look like yet. I was thinking maybe like short red hair, like Velma, but I haven't decided on an outfit yet. I'm pretty young. I didn't realize everybody else picked like towards the top end of teenager, but I picked 13.
Okay.
So
Hell yeah.
I'm just a newbie little trainer here. And I also have a Fennekin. She like will coordinate between being like hopping beside me or being on my shoulders, but right now she's on my shoulders since we're near water. I also have a Baby and Clobbopus.
Dude, Clobbopus, man. How exciting is that?
All right.
Wait, so you said you have like red hair?
Yeah, like a short red bob that like Velma, like a natural auburnish color, like not like a bright red.
I just look over to you. Do you need us to help you find your mom and dad?
No. I know I seem pretty young, but I'm training to be a Pokemon trainer.
Wow. Okay, you know
Firestarter
what?
Jan pushes Colin aside and comes up like, "What kind of Pokemon? Like, hopefully, like fire types, right? Because those are the best."
Well, I mean, I kind of want to have a diverse party, but my starter is a fire type. We have the same kind, it looks like. This
Oh,
is Ember.
Oh, I don't remember what. I don't think I nicknamed. Did I nickname mine? Oh shit.
Finny.
You would think I would know that. Finny! Yep,
Oh
that
man,
right.
is it insensitive I haven't given nicknames? God.
I've only nicknamed 2 of my Pokemon so far.
At this point, you'll see a Munchlax that's kind of got like a darker blue, kind of like a. It's almost shiny. You can tell that it's like had a very good diet because it's like the glossy sort of sheen to it. Walk up. It's currently got like a bowl of a handful of berries that it's picked on it. And it'll kind of like walk up and kind of like sniff around you, like looking to see if there's any like food. Munch.
I don't know if I have any food, but if I do have like some sort of berry or something, I'll like give it to him.
Munch.
Well,
she'll take
don't
the berry
let her
from
fool
you,
you.
and like will like pat you, and then like will move closer to you.
Pat you down. See, you have more. As she starts patting down, I'm like, hey, you gotta know, she's very nice, but she's sneaky. She'll eat all of your stuff if you're not paying attention. It shakes her head.
For you joining, Munchmax was bribed with food to join the party, and then they quickly realized that a Munchlax eats like twice his body weight every day, so...
Yeah, technically we didn't even catch it. It just is following us. Well, hey, you said your name is Melody. That's interesting. Never heard of that name before. But we're trying to get to the first gym over there in something about a pinnacle. Wayward pinnacle or something like that. Look, if you're really out here all by yourself, maybe it'd be safer if you came with us.
Gosh, what a way to sell it, Colin.
She's mean most of the time. Don't worry about her.
She kind of like scoffs at you and points her nose to the air. Like, I don't think I mean at all. Actually, what I think I am is Firestarter Jan.
Yep. And I wish I had a thing. As I like kind of turn around and try to pull off the anime sort of like shing with the glasses, and it doesn't happen.
In fact, it like glares at his eyes like.
I mean, I have to like take them off and like try to rub my eye.
My corneas.
I think you should definitely join us, because then your Finnegan and my Finny can be friends.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking for a party to travel with because although I am ready to be a trainer, it is kind of scary to be on my own.
I know, there could be ghost-type Pokemon out there somewhere. Ooh.
Oh,
She kind of like looks at Colin.
Don't! That's not funny!
What, you wouldn't like a Ghastly or like a Haunter?
Do you realize there's no way it could ever happen, but what? Imagine a world where I was light enough for a Drifloon to take me away!
They get bigger.
Hey, are you trying to embarrass me in front of a new person here? Hey, I don't want to give you the wrong idea, Melody. I am a very strong and very capable, confident person.
Yeah,
As
you
I
should have
sort of,
seen him jump into that river all by himself.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, that's the part I saw.
Colin starts to like exit stage left out of sheer like embarrassment. He's like, oh, okay, well, there's no point in fucking defending myself here. Then I'll just go take my socks and dry off. I'll walk past Lissa and be like, you know what? At least you don't make fun of me.
But I pushed him into the water again as he said that.
Okay, give me.
I'm not wearing shoes if that impacts my ability to maneuver.
Yeah, grip a rock with them toes.
So Lissa, give me a strength roll. Collin give me a dex, and then we'll kind of rule it the sort of Call of Cthulhu.
I got-
It's like a roll-y sort of approach.
I got 2 successes.
What do I roll again for this? Oh, I'm so sorry.
However many bubbles you have in strength, you're going to roll that amount of d6s, and you need 4, 5, or 6 on the d6 for it to be a success.
That is 2 successes.
So this one is going to be one of those where, like, Lissa, you go to, like, shove him, and he does step a couple of times, but because he had made it back up to the road, he's not nearly as close to the water, so, like, he kind of, like, stumbles down to the riverbank, but, like, he's able to catch himself before he actually goes into the water.
Okay, DM. As I start to recover and walk away, I will remember this. Is it okay to like retroactively say I have like sort of a voice recorder I can pull out of my pocket and sort of click and talk into to record my own voice?
Because that flavor text is amazing, yes, you can have one.
Hopefully it's not damaged from the water earlier, but I pull it out of my pocket and then click it in and I say, I'm not sure how many days have passed, but now I'm starting to count. And I click and put it back in my pocket.
I hope when you go back to read it, it's all like gargly.
Gurgly, yeah, and smokes.
All right, we have made our formal introductions to each other.
Wow.
At this point, how are you guys wanting to proceed? Are we continuing with the kind of like passive approach where every so often I'll just roll, here's the I'll describe what Pokemon are in the general vicinity, and then you guys make the decision of whether you want to stop, or are you actively seeking something at this point?
Personally,
Well-
I would like to try to make it closer to the town. More of the posts I'd be interested are up in the mountains. But can you give a reminder on how to teach moves again?
So it
I think
requires
that level up, right?
it's a training session. So you guys get
Oh
to
yeah,
do,
that's right.
you can do multiple training sessions a day, but only one of them actually gets to get rolled for. And
And
upon
counts towards your
a
XP.
success during a training session, you can teach it a move it doesn't already know, as long as the move is within the tier that you currently are, or the Pokemon currently is. So, like, if your Pokemon is starter rank, it can only learn other starter rank moves. Once it becomes beginner rank, then it gets the starter and beginner rank pool. But you can't teach it anything higher than the current level that it is. And you need a certain amount of training sessions to get it to go up a rank.
The Pokédex entry doc that I have doesn't have Drillbur in it yet.
Is that the one that's on
Are
the
you sure?
in the region docs?
Yeah.
The most recent one?
Oh, it may not be the most recent one. Hold
There
up.
was one posted 14 November that should have had everything you guys got during up to
I can-
last
I can-
session.
I can drop it in the chat. But
Oh,
I
I've
don't-
got it. I've got it.
Okay, I was about to say I don't know if it's the same that you were using
So for your Drillbur,
Strength
scroll
2,
down.
Dex 2. I'm on it right now.
towards the there it is. So the available moves that your Drillbur can learn are Scratch, Mud Sport, Rapid Spin, or Mud Slap. And I think
Okay.
he already has 2 or 3 of those. Should have at least 2, if not 3.
Yeah. Okay. So, while we're on the road or doing whatever the rest of the party wants to be doing, I want to take Tynmo out and try to have it harness some of its electrical power. With Tynamo specifically, when they're stressed out, they hold in a lot of discharge. I want to try to have it unleash that to cast Thunderwave.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. So it's going to be a roll with your lore, your trainer's lore score plus an attribute from Tymino. Specifically, I would say it's special because you're trying to work with a special type move. So however many bubbles you have combined between those two scores.
Sorry, my daughter came in. Can you repeat that?
So since you're
So you're gonna-
doing a training session, it's your trainer's lore score plus your Pokemon's attribute in this sequence, because you're working on Thunderwave. Use Timeno's special, and that will determine whether or not this is a successful training session or not.
Okay, so Dynamo had 2 in special, and I have 1 in lore.
Okay, so you'll roll 3 dice. You just need 1 success.
That's 2 success.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have Elliot like being unsure, never having worked or like trained with a electric type Pokemon before, just seeing a freaking Dynamo kicking ass yesterday chronologically.
I think you guys are on day 3 of traveling together.
Yeah,
but
I'm just
yesterday was the day that Timeno went fucking beast mode and carried everybody through all the battles.
I'm gonna have Drillbur out to absorb like whatever electricity comes out, and try to pressure Dynamo to like put him in that same mental state. And in doing so, like stresses him out enough to use that electricity within.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
and obviously Timeno's having some success here. Obviously, you're kind of going with the mentality of putting him in a little bit stressful and adversarial sort of situations, and it seems to be paying off.
Cool.
Whether or not he's developed the electrical move yet is to be determined, but you can go ahead and mark off a successful training session for Timeno. While Drillbur was there and kind of like absorbing some of it, meta-wise, you guys can only do 1 per day. So like flavor-wise, you can train with multiple Pokemon, but you can only pick one to kind of
one Pokemon to
actually
receive
get the
that,
stat
yeah.
boost for.
Where do we mark that down? I'm sorry.
It's on the.
I don't remember if training sessions are anywhere on there.
I specifically have been tracking it with pencil marks because I don't think that there's a spot on the digital PDF that like says track here.
Yeah, I track it at the end of the session, and we'll let you know if you're close to going up a rank.
Can I mark it in the extra category? Because I'm doing the
it's
form
your
fillable
character sheet, so
PDF.
you can throw it wherever. If you want, I will. According to what I have, Timeno only needs 3 more to rank up to beginner.
Okay. And did you say you were counting this for Drillbur as well?
No,
Or-
only for Timeno.
I'm tracking it for all of your guys' stuff, but Drillbur you haven't done anything with, so he needs 6 to go up a rank. But what you run into is you can't rank a Pokemon higher than your current rank. So Drillbur is already beginner, so while you can get all of the training sessions done, he will not be able to go up to amateur until you've met the requirements to become amateur yourself.
And then evolving is based off of the happiness and loyalty?
Evolving varies for Pokemon. Most of them are based off of the number of victories that they have. So,
yeah, they're
Pokemon,
they're KD.
C-Dot needed 15 total, so it needs another 13.
Dynamo should be the only one with significant experience.
Yeah, Timeno needs 6 more to evolve. Starly needs 15, and Drillbur will need 15.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead, you guys.
So the decision point was how you guys wanted to approach progressing. Elliot had made the comment that he wanted to kind of get to the first gym, or at least into the mountains before he still started focusing more on Pokemon battling. Where is everybody else feeling? Is it kind of just have me roll and, hey, here's the Pokemon you see around, and then you guys make the call on whether or not you want to battle, or would you rather just have me kind of skip to the next junction of routes and everything?
If I were to look at my Pokedex, Does Otis show up on this route?
On this route, you guys know for sure that Munchlax, Drillbur, Trico, Rattata, Flababy, Timino, Bonsweet, Starly, and Cricketot occur here. There is still one Pokemon that is unknown that will appear on Route 101.
I see. I'm open to letting anyone want to catch Pokemon that would like to. So if you'd like to do that, don't feel guilty or whatever. But as far as what I would like to do is, I have caught all the Pokemon from this route except for one, my white buffalo, that I'm going to want to catch. So I like Elliot. I am ready to go to a new route, sort of. But that's me.
Collin.
What?
I have a thought. What you've run into 2 Trico now?
I like look over at you. Yes.
I think you should try to mimic its behavior. I think that you should go climb a tree, lean up against the trunk, and chew on a twig and wait. Create a bond with it rather than fighting it.
Do I look like some sort of reenactor? I maybe might be able to climb that tree. And like it's like
It's a bush.
it's just like a tall bush. Hey, you know what? Look, Elliot, I get it. But you see, when you get to someone like my age, you start to realize these sort of things, and maybe it's just not meant to be. And if somehow I come across a Trico that's maybe stuck and wounded and unable to move on without human intervention, then maybe I will have a chance. But for right now, I need to, and I shake out my shirt, get this thing dry already. And I just start like shaking out my shirt more. Also, if I even wanted to do it, I don't even have green makeup, so how would I even pull it off?
Elliot seems so perplexed, and then like tries like, don't you have a fire Pokemon?
Yes.
Elliot goes to make the suggestion, but backs off with the last suggestion not listened to.
Hey, don't worry about it. I have it all under control. Look at my Flababy. You see it sort of like floating out along the line, sort of like.
The Floette
Anyways.
looks at you again like, I swear to God.
Oh shit. Floette.
Even I was like, I don't know what its actual name is, but I know it's not for baby at this point.
Okay. You know what? I looked at my Floette. How's Jessica? Do you like that? Do you like the name Jessica?
No.
Great. All right. Now I'm never going to call you Flababy because now you don't even. Now your name's Jessica. Welcome to the team. Anyways.
Hey, you're not thinking about something weird with that Flababy, are you?
Jan, I don't like the fact that you're within talking distance of me with my shirt off. Please turn around and go the other way.
God, so sensitive as she turns and just as her Finnegan follows her.
I'm not sensitive. I am informed.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
What do you guys want to do
I was
as
going
far
to say,
as
Firestarter Jan, what was your opinion on progressing down this route? As you've turned
I'm
away
good
Uh,
from
to-
this like pasty white like wall
Oh,
that you could see.
Like I literally have, I've literally never ever been in the sun in the sense like even in just traveling the last 3 days, I have a wicked farmer's tan.
Right now, Firestarter Jan is super good to like get closer to the city. I think she would like more than anything to train a little bit with Finnegan because she really wants to get Finnegan to the point where She at least knows Ember.
Okay. Yeah, and I did a quick perusal of notes. Even if I missed it, we're going to rule that everybody has at least one available training session left for today. From what I could see, no one's done a training session since breakfast, so from what I'm tracking, everybody should have at least one. So go ahead and describe what you would like to do with your Finnegan, and then we'll finish circling the table, and I'll come back to you, Colin, if you would like to do one while we're traveling today.
I'll do a training, but you can go to Fia first. I mean, sorry,
Melody.
whatever, Melody. Yeah.
But go ahead and describe how you wanted to train with Finny here.
So Finnegan, god damn it. Firestarter Jan turning away from that whole scene, she walks, and as she passes the others, she's like, there's a really bright light over there. I wouldn't go look if I were you. And finds like just a nice area to get down on Finny's level. Sure. And like, I don't know like if this would be like if I would like, I don't know. She is Firestarter Jan, so like would I have like a lighter in my pocket?
Seeing as I allowed a voice recorder to be added in, we'll go ahead and say you have a lighter as well.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna get down.
You're a fire starter, of course.
She's gonna get down on all fours, like right up next to Finnegan. She pulls out the lighter. She's like, "Okay, this is what you need to do." And she lights it. And she's like, and then, she's like, try doing that. Fire. See, we cause fire.
Lighter in front of her face.
Fire.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a lore plus special roll. So the lore is going to come off of Firestarter Jan sheet. The special is going to come off of Finnegan sheet.
Okay, wait, hold up. Repeat that.
So you're going to look at Firestarter Jan sheet, get how many points you have in lore, and then you're going to add the special from Finnegan, and that'll determine your dice pool. So how many d6s you get to roll.
That's
Dude,
well, I get
lore
roll
is
4.
my best.
Oh, nice, 4. So you only need 1, so you have 4 to make 1.
4 to make
3
1.
or higher.
No, 4 or higher.
Oh no, 4 or higher. Sorry. Yeah.
Hold on, I think I have.
'Cause I think
actually, I know I have 4 dice.
I think the 3 is half. So, but that's not how numbers work.
Well, there's no 0 on the dice.
Right. Exactly, and that's why I'm stupid.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll these 2 twice. Remind me what a success is.
4, 5, or 6.
4, 5, or 6. Yeah, I've got a success. That was a 4 and another 4.
Okay. Was it just 2? The only reason why I ask is because if you roll 3 more successes than what was required, it's considered a crit.
Yeah, I only got the 2 successes.
Dude, Finnegan is so fucking cute, and that ear fluff, I just want to eat it.
Will you stop, like, back away from the Pokemon?
I just wanted to get a sample, and I go back and don't put my shirt back on.
Perfect. Yeah, the training session goes well with Finnegan. You're able to work with her on it. You can see that she's getting a little bit of like puffs coming, and you can tell like you're on the verge of being able to get this fire type move in there. It's going to take probably 1 more to get there, and that's me meta-wise telling you need 1 more successful training session to get her to beginner rank, at which point you would be able to learn in rank.
Repeat that again, I'm sorry.
It was a successful training session. You're now 1 away from getting Finnegan to beginner rank, at which point she can learn beginner type moves, which just so happens that Finnegan learns Ember as a beginner type.
Awesome.
Okay, Melody, what was your preference as you guys continue down Route 101? And if you'd like to train, we'll go ahead and do your description of your training session.
I'll wait to train a little later, but I guess I don't have a preference either way. I wouldn't necessarily mind catching Pokemon, but if everybody else is ready to move on, I'm fine with like waiting till the next area to do that.
All right, and closing out the group, Lissa, what is your preference if you're back? I don't actually see you if you're back. Okay, we will circle back to Lissa. For the moment, I am just going to go ahead and do a couple rolls on what you guys will progress further down. Like I said, it was kind of midday when we opened up today's session. As you guys continue down the route, you'll see a couple cricketots kind of like playing in the nearby shrubbery. And there's kind of like a ratata that's kind of like moving across like because it's kind of getting a little bit more arid. There's still like the river, there's still some trees and everything, but you can see that it's kind of like drying out a little bit. And there's a ratata kind of like going across like the more open plains sort of like appearance as you guys are getting closer to the mountain part. But you guys get almost to the junction here before it starts to kind of like get dusky time frame. So we're getting to like dinner time frame. The question is whether or not you guys are looking to stop here or if you want to keep on pressing a little bit further into the evening to get to the actual junction.
So Collin will push if the group would like to, but I can't promise that he wouldn't complain about the sores that he thinks he's going to be getting on his feet if we have to go much further. So I'm down to keep pushing if we want, but yeah, I'm just going to complain about it the whole time.
Can you describe the scene once more?
At this point, it's starting to get kind of like dusk out, so it's kind of like I think we had said it's kind of like summertime in Elysara right now, so it's like 7, 8 p.m. So it's one of those, like, if you guys haven't been munching on snacks, you're probably getting sort of hungry for dinner. There's still a decent amount of light, but you can see the sun starting to set. As you're making your way closer to the mountains, you can see that, like, how much green there is starting to, like, whittle down. There's still some, like, bushes and some trees, but the trees are starting to get a little bit more sparse. You can tell, like, the reason why it's as green as it is because the river's nearby, but definitely getting a little bit more arid. And currently, like, the route's pretty open, but you can see that there's a little ways off in the distance. It's probably another 3 or 4 miles. You can see that there's, like, what appears to be like a little way station, which you can tell is like the junction between Route 101, 2, and 3.
I'm fine to camp if we want, but I think I'd rather go see what they have going on over there.
Oh my god, what if there's a vending machine?
Starly, go check it out.
Yes, go check. That way we know we won't waste our efforts.
My chunky Starly, like,
oh yeah, did you have a counter?
Yeah.
Is it the highest percentile sort of Starly?
Yeah, and like it takes some extra like movement from the wings to really get where it wants to go. But man, it gets going when it wants to.
Yeah, like once it builds up the momentum, it can really get flying.
Yeah,
especially when it dives.
Puts off like the sweat like as it like pours off of its head as it's trying to like fly up.
Had too many rare candies.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me your Starly's insights or its alert. I think your insight's probably going to be higher, but yeah. Have you seen the image when they do like the chunk versions of all the different Pokemon? Like the Lapras one's fucking.
I haven't. That's funny.
All right, that is a success, DM.
Perfect. Yeah. So as your Starly like takes flight, it's able to make out. It seems like the way station is always open. It's got whether or not your Starly can communicate this back to you, aside from like kind of some chirps, it looks like the light's on. It does see something in the road up ahead, but it can't quite make out what it is. So when it comes back, it kind of gives you like a kind of like pointing at the way station, like a positive sort of chirp as far as you can interpret. But then it kind of like eyes down the road and then kind of gives like a sort of like a warning.
Squawk.
Yeah.
Okay. I tried to conversate back with it using like freaking what's the game called? Like I'm gesturing back. Geez, what's the game called? Yeah, I was, like charades is the obvious one, but there was another game I was thinking. But getting nowhere and feeling like the conversation was set in sound that it's safe to go. I'm gonna have my Starly sit in my hair, freaking Black Clover style, and I'll start marching off in the direction. Starly says it's safe.
Hey, well, I mean, if a bird that round is able to give us the green light, I guess, and I guess in a little, and if you sort of like look at it in a certain way, maybe we're kind of going in a downhill motion.
Where it's clearly uphill.
Yeah. I'm just trying to cope.
Is everybody
you know what?
following?
Can I say this? I want to fit in my training session here. Can my training session look like I'm going to tie some rope? Maybe some I'll have Flabebe or Jessica make some vine whip that I can like cut real quick. Tie it around Cinders, and I'm gonna have Cinders sort of help assist pull my weight up the hill. As means to like
on the cinder.
Yeah, resistance training.
Okay, go ahead and give me Collin's lore plus Cinderquill's strength.
Okay, hold please. Okay. That's one success.
Perfect. Cyndaquil is going to need another 2 to get up to beginner rank, but that's progress. It's one of those. Cinders is, a fucking mouse, fire mouse that's like, a tenth of your size. So it's
Cinders, you're doing great.
It's one of those. It's assisting Colin, but it's definitely having to put in a lot of fucking work to do so.
Is it giving like Jim Carrey's The Grinch and Max?
Yes, that type of vibe is definitely.
Gotcha.
What you got going on here.
Okay.
Is everybody else continuing down the route? I know we kind of had some kind of in and out as we were making the decision on if everybody wanted to press to the way station. So.
Oh, I was outside when I was. You were saying it, but Riley,
there's just a couple people that haven't voiced their opinion on it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you want to stop to catch somebody, like feel free to do so.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
No, I'm good. I'm looking for a grass type.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
Firestarter Jan scoffs at this.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. As you guys continue on your way down Route 101, it appears that whatever Starly had pinpointed is indeed in the middle of the route up here. And as you guys get closer, it looks to be like a little pudgy Pokemon that has some sort of like purplish eyes sort of glowing. And as you guys kind of get closer, you can kind of make out that it appears to be a Munchlax, but it's got like fangs coming out. And it looks to kind of have like a little bit of a like scale-like patches mixed in its fur.
What the hell?
And it seems to be hyper-aggressive, and as soon as you guys get close enough, it moves to engage on you guys.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
This will start a Pokemon battle in just a moment. We'll take a quick 5-minute break and then get into this battle. For those of you that don't recall, as we get started with Pokemon battles, whatever Pokemon you're going to throw out, the important part is the initiative score that is on the second page. That's what's going to determine the order of initiative as we get into the weeds. But let's meet back at, we'll just call it an even 9:30, and then we'll get into this, I assume, brief encounter since it's a 5v1. Alrighty. I think that was everybody, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go down the order of initiative here. Collin, what are you throwing out, and what's his initiative score?
I'm throwing out Cinders today. I'll go, all right, Cinders, you've had a long enough rest. Go! And I'll trip over myself as I throw my Pokeball. His initiative is 3.
3? Okay. Elliot, what are you throwing out?
I initially think to send out Drillbur, but I'm like, nah, this needs something else. Dynamo, I choose you!
And initiative for Tamino, is that what is it, 1 or 2?
Oh, right, hold up.
We're getting too caught up in the RP.
2.
2, okay. Firestarter Jan, what are you throwing out?
Firestarter. Sorry. Firestarter. Goddamn. Firestarter Jan looks down at Finny and says, "Is it okay if you set this one out? I kind of have an idea." And then she reaches into over to her belt. She grabs up the Pokeball for Munchlax and goes, "All right, Tub, let's get that thick ass out there," and throws it.
Okay, what's Tub's initiative?
2.
2? Okay. We'll do roll-offs here in a minute. Lissa, what are you throwing out?
I'm going to throw it pop up and 2 for initiative.
Perfect. Melody, what are you throwing out?
Combofus, and 3 initiative.
Perfect. Okay. Cinders and Clobblepus, what I want from you guys is to roll a d6. Whoever has a higher roll will go first.
Oh, I have a bunch over here if you need some.
Five. I rolled another 5.
Oh, no, you only needed to roll once. Collin,
That's what I thought.
you need to roll the other one because it's between you and...
Oh, I misheard. I'm so sorry. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Cinders
she
and
goes first.
Clobblepus tied for initiative,
Yep,
so
she
we
goes
need to
first.
break it.
My bad. Yeah, she goes first. I failed.
Cool. All right, everybody else needs to roll again because everybody else was a 2. Same method.
6.
1.
What was it for Tub?
Oh shit. Sorry. What am I rolling off on?
Just roll a d6.
Just a d6.
I got a 3 on that.
Okay, so our order will be Clobblepus, Cinders, Tamino, this mysterious Munchlax, Tub, and then Poplio bringing up the reaper.
Cool.
Okay. Clobblepus, what would you like to do? You have this weird looking Munchlax. It's got glowing purple eyes. It looks like sharp, fang-like teeth, and some like patches of like purplish scales kind of mixed throughout its fur. And it's moving towards the party like it wants to pick a fight.
Rock Smash is super effective.
Okay, I'm gonna try Rock Smash, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and give me your accuracy roll. It should have listed what, and if you need, I think I've got Rock Smash listed somewhere in here. Rock Smash is going to be Clobblepus's Dex plus its
Dexterity
brawl.
plus brawl. Sorry, I had it pulled up. I should have said something.
I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Okay, so 2 successes. At this moment, it looks like it's intent on making contact. So it is going to attempt to clash with you as it kind of like lunges forward with its tackle.
Does it connect?
I'm rolling it right now.
Oh, okay. Dude, fucking Molly joins the party, then immediately has a super effective type against this encounter. Did I say Molly? I meant Melody, sorry.
Able to clash with you, so go ahead and roll me your dice pool. So, because of your technician, you'll have an extra die in this dice pool.
Yes.
So you're gonna, whatever your dice pool is, which, if I'm not mistaken,
Damage pool is strength plus 2.
yeah. So you'll have your strength score plus 2 plus 1. So a minimum you're rolling 3 dice, but you probably got more than that.
She is rolling 6d6.
Nice. Each success is 1 damage minus its defense.
Yeah, 4 or higher.
Also, because it's super effective, you're going to add 1 to the total from your successes. Because super effective, you automatically get to do 1 extra damage.
I got 3 successes.
Okay.
Nice,
So
solid
will
hit.
do 4 damage minus its... And that's a physical type move, right?
Yes.
Minus his vitality. So he'll take 2 damage. Pretty solid opening strike there. Still looks like it's moving along though, so it'll bring us 2 cinders.
Okay, so the second I recover from my trip from summoning cinders, I literally look over in like slow motion with open slack jaw, like this Clobblepus come out of nowhere and just land the dirtiest punch ever, and Munchlax is like takes the fucking hit, and I'm like, holy shit, cinders, time to support, and cinders is going to go ahead and use Leer.
Okay, go ahead and give me that accuracy roll.
Oh, hold please. Sorry, I just had to check. One success.
That's all you need. What's that do? Lower defense?
Yeah, Leer, vicious glare that will make any opponent doubt its own. Reduces the defense of the Pokemon affected. Oh, lowers defense by 1.
Okay.
Sorry.
After pulling off this Leer, it sees the Munchlax kind of like turning like glare at the cinders.
Oh my God, Cyndaquil, run! It has scales for some reason! Yeah, so I'm just trying to, like, the section I catch that, I'm like, oh fuck, Cinders, it was a bad idea! Go into Serpentine!
That will bring us to Timino.
Dynamo! It's been leered! Tackle!
Go ahead and give me that accuracy roll.
Okay, remind me how this works.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Tackle is going to be your brawl plus your dex.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that's
One success.
Okay, one success. Go ahead and roll me your damage pool. The
Strength
Munchlax
+2.
is focused on the cinders at this moment. So
Oh shit. Yeah, that's strength +2.
Strength +2.
So you're
Yeah.
going to take your strength score plus 2 other die, and you're going to roll to see how many successes you get.
Oh.
Yeah, I know it's kind of weird mechanic-wise, but it comes down to is Pokemon HP, especially at this level. I don't think anything's had 10 yet.
So
Yeah.
Strength +2. So that would, like, Dynamo has 2 strength. Does that mean I roll 4
Roll
dice?
4
or-
dice
Yes.
and see how many successes you get. So maximum is 4 minus the Munchlax's defense.
It is 2 successes.
Okay. The Munchlax is going to take 1 damage after that because of his defense. Still looking fairly strong. Definitely looks like it's a little winded at this point, having taken several strikes before it can get into distance to hit anything. But at this
Can I have
point,
Dynamo, like, maneuver behind him?
if you'd like to,
Okay, yeah.
having gotten tackled by the Timino, it's going to turn its attention to the Timino, and it's going to attempt to land a Dragon
no.
Rage.
Whoa! Oh my God! This Munchlax knows Dragon Rage, that's why it's got the scales!
While the eyes have started to grow more and more purple, it isn't able to connect with the Timino. It just seems to be a little too quick at the moment, which will bring us to Tub Tub.
For clarity, Elliot does not react in this way, not knowing what Dragon Rage is.
I guess technically I don't know if I know the move either.
Oh, aesthetically, what you guys see is it seems to be like a purple aura resonates from Munchlax because it goes to like attack on the Timino and it just whips off the strike.
Holy shit, Cinders! Don't even let that touch you for 1 second!
All right, Tub. Let's try to switch up the strategy here. Use metronome.
Oh yeah, here we go. Hopefully.
Okay, for metronome, go ahead and give me that accuracy roll. If I'm not mistaken, metronome is. I feel like that's a channel, right? Nope, Dex plus perform.
Dex plus perform.
Yes, that's
Yeah, so
plus
you're gonna take a-
perform.
You're going to take Munchlax's Dex score plus its perform score, and that's how many dice you're going to roll.
Okay. So I only got 1 success on that.
You only need 1, so what I need you to do now is roll a d6 real quick.
Add your special, I guess?
Yeah, so metronome's a weird one where its damage is based off of this dice roll.
Yeah,
first.
what? It says,
So
yeah,
you're gonna roll a
special
d6,
plus.
and that's gonna determine the asterisk on.
Oh, I see. It's like color spray, almost.
4?
So you're gonna get 4 plus your special score as your dice pool,
Jesus Christ.
which is
What's
why
the
it's
special
devastating. Like
spell?
you can do up to 8 damage with this move.
So that would be 5 in total, so 5 dice in total.
Okay.
Obviously, it doesn't. Oh, go ahead.
Describe how you'd like Tep Tep to do this.
Dude, because technically it could be any move you want, if you think about it, because that's how metronome works. It's just a random move. In the of all the moves, it just uses the move at random.
So this is me saying you caused this Munchlax to faint. So describe how you.
Oh shit!
Okay, so Munchlax. I don't fucking know. Goddamn. Because I thought I knew what Metronome did, but apparently I don't know what Metronome does.
It's kind of like there's a sort of like ethereal like ticking, and then Munchlax taps into like some sort of ability as it goes out and strikes out, essentially.
Okay, then we're just gonna say like Munchlax like starts like waving its hands like almost like in a metronome fashion. You hear that tick, and then he just like clobbers him.
As the Munchlax like takes this hit, it seems sort of like spent and has enough kind of like in it to like crawl away. As you kind of like look though, you can see it appears like one of its scales is lying in the middle of the road here in front of you guys.
Holy shit! Since I leered him, I think I get it. I'm just kidding. I don't want it.
Well, fine, you can have it. I was just saying that, you know, I was the one that knocked him out. So how about this, Colin? I will allow you to have it.
Well, technically, Melody got the first right hook in.
Again, me and Melody will allow you to have it.
I don't fucking want it. It probably is slimy.
She goes and picks it up. Is it slimy?
It seems to be kind of like a thicker, like if you've ever handled like a fish scale, it's a little bit thicker
oily.
than that. So like it's a little oily, but you get the impression that it's probably more from like the fish diet of like the Munchlaxes on this route. But you can add to your inventory that you have a dragon scale.
Dragon scale? Fuck yeah! That's what I thought it was.
She's
Cool.
gonna walk up to Colin, just kind of like underneath his nose, just be like, "You sure you don't want it?"
Maybe once you've cleaned it off, but definitely not. I can smell it from here. I can smell it from here.
She looks at it and kind of she does this like. What about
That's
what
really
about now?
gross. Your
Munch?
shirt is stained. I can see it.
Munch!
No,
No.
no, not for you.
Munch!
As the Munchlax is kind of crawling away, could I like pull out my Pokedex to see what the hell's different about this guy?
Yes. As you pull out the
Cool.
Pokedex, you get a sort of error popping up on the screen. It seems like it's registering that it's a Munchlax, but there's like something wrong with it. So the Pokedex isn't able to pull it up correctly. It seems like whatever's going on with this Munchlax is not normal and isn't registered or at least in Elysara.
Elliot will kind of squint his face. Can I take a Poke snap of this guy?
I was gonna say, can we take pictures?
At least one of you could say you have a camera, because we keep adding in like little bits of like equipment.
Oh.
So Elliot,
I
we'll
thought
say
maybe the
that's
Pokedex
alright.
could have a
on
camera
your
or
person.
something. Okay.
No. Okay. I'll just put it in the party.
Yeah, I'm not
inventory
trying to
here.
be like stickler on like the personal items or anything like that. Just
No, I get it. And if anyone wants to borrow my voice recorder, by all means, it's just in my back pocket. That's all.
That said, I don't think I'm gonna catch him. I'm just gonna let him just go.
meta-wise, this is me saying he fainted, so you guys are not able to catch him. His vitality's too
Got
low
you.
at the moment.
I keep Dynamo out of the ball, and I'll return Starly. Guys, was it wrong that we attacked it?
He attacked us. Not guilty at all. I hope he has a hard time finding food tonight.
Munchlats, he didn't mean it. Munchmats, he didn't mean it.
Oh no. You're cool. That guy, he had rabies or something.
Munch, as she like points at like the way station.
Exactly, vending machine. But yes,
Yeah.
it was weird. It also had this sort of like rash or something. I think that's where the scale came from.
Speaking of, what is that?
Molly, I know you're only 13, but what's your take?
Melody.
It's not Molly. It's Melody.
Sorry,
God damn
I'm
it.
not really good with names. I'm sorry.
Dude,
My mother
that's
says I
gonna
should
be
get
my
better.
character's name now, guys. We know he's not gonna get away from it. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of was thinking that I would want to capture him to see what was up with him, but he also was very scary, so I don't know if that was a good idea or not.
Technically, he's
we-
off the table, but you
No,
could-
but I was meaning before
I see.
he was off the table.
Melody, I can give you one of our potions if you want to try to see if we can maybe bring him to a Poke Center. I mean, we're probably another day away from the town, right? I'll pull out the map.
Yeah, looking at the map, you can tell that you still got like a couple days travel easy. So if you look at your guys' path currently, it took you about 3 days to get to the end of Route 101. And then there's that junction between Route 101, Route 2, and Route 3, which is where this way station is. You've got probably about a day on Route 3 before you hit the junction down to Route 102. And then 102 is probably a day and a half to get up to Waste Street Pinnacle. So you still got like 3 or 4 days to get to the first gym.
Well, maybe we go to this rest stop and maybe see if they know anything about it. I mean, it was just laying on the ground out here. I don't know, I just feel kind of bad leaving it.
DM, I have a question. Now that enough time has passed, obviously I'm aware that there are some genetic differences between one of the same pokes, but am I familiar with any sort of phenomenon of enraged Pokemon, in a sort of maybe unnatural sense or something like that?
Go ahead. Anybody that would be kind of wondering the same thing, go ahead and give me a lore roll or science.
I have one in lore, but I think I'm going to choose not to roll. I don't think Elliot would know.
And then let me know which route you went. Just kind of like flavor-wise on response.
I got 2 successes for lore.
Could I actually pull out my Drillbur, and see if it, because it has some pretty good insight. Could I see if it, I realize we can't really communicate, but see if it is maybe, recognizes anything like that?
You can. Go ahead and roll its insight, and we'll kind of get to that here in a minute. Did anybody else roll for this, or was it just Collin?
I did, and I only got 1 failure.
Oh, so it was a fail.
Sorry, yes. I don't know. Do I tell you how many things I rolled?
Yeah, you just tell me if it was
No.
a success or not. You can tell me how many successes to see how in-depth information you get. But if you don't pass, you can just tell me you didn't pass.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I didn't pass.
Okay, Collin. For you, since
Yes.
you went the lore route, as you guys have recalled at the very beginning of the campaign, Elysara is founded on 4 dragon creatures.
Yes,
And
that's right.
there's a lot of people that really, almost to the point of worship these 4 dragons that created this continent. There are a sect of individuals that want to have as much dragon type as possible. And it has been rumored that they have tried to experiment with making current Pokemon dragon type.
Oh, out of the blue, I'll just go, oh my god! I think everyone, that Munchlamat, that thing that we saw, I don't have enough time to get into it, but just take my word for it. Basically, I think there's some dragon Pokemon cultist shit afoot.
What was your
Anyways, I'll be over there.
Elliot kind of shrugs, and I'll pull out Drillbur and kind of give him the same shrug. Have you seen anything like this before, buddy? And I got 2 successes on insight for Drillbur.
Yeah, so as Drillbur comes out, and he kind of like peruses the area, you kind of get the impression that it is on edge. It seems like that it's encountered this Pokemon, and it seems, if you had to guess, it seems like the Munchlax that you guys face might be invading the local, like, animal structure, and is fucking with it. Sort of like an invasive species, essentially.
Sure, okay. Interesting.
Okay. I think Drillbur is at least familiar with this, but seems on edge. Maybe let's go. I felt bad about it before, but maybe it's safer to go.
Yes, I've been wanting a bag of potato chips for miles now.
Any lingering shots here before we get to the way station?
I'm just gonna pat Drillbur on the back, just like a good job, buddy.
Perfect. As you guys get up to the way station, it kind of has like a little country store sort of vibe to it. There's an older lady that kind of like, as the ding comes in, you can tell that it was kind of like getting towards the evening. I'd say it's probably about like 9 o'clock as you guys are making your way in here. As she comes up to the counter, but how y'all doing? It's not very often we get trainers down this way. It typically takes them Gelfast folks a little bit while to get out this way. What can I do you for?
Well, I'll just sort of look to that. We don't really want to buy anything. Well, actually, do you have any vending machines?
Well, I've got some fridges along here. Like, as you've walked in, it legit looks like a country store inside. So there's like aisles with like food options and everything like that.
Perfect.
And if you guys need a little bit of time to rest, we don't necessarily charge it, but there's some rooms to kind of stay in, kind of like it's more like a dormitory sort of setup where there's like 4 or 5 beds in there, so like you guys can share. But it'll let you kind of rest, and there's a machine in each of the rooms that'll let your Pokemon recoup before you head on. I know this is kind of like the last stop before you got to get to one of the nearby towns and take on the gym leader, so we kind of pride ourselves in giving it an opportunity to recoup.
Wow. So you only have 4 beds, huh?
Well, each room, meta-wise, it would be set up kind of like a hostile. Like if you've never been in those, it's kind of like bunk beds with like 3 or 4 per room. So like it's basically like maximizing space for trainers as they're like coming through. So there's more than one room, but effectively your whole party could fit in a single room.
Well, I don't...
Well, if this is a kind of a checkpoint for travelers, maybe you can give us some more information, or at least we can warn you. there was a Munchlax we ran into like just around the corner, and it had scales.
Well, I ain't heard none of them, but them Munchlaxes, let me tell you, this right here, they try and get as much as they can. What? We like them. It's just, it's hard to run a store if they keep trying to come in the front door. So we had to put a little thing to kind of like make sure we knew if a Munchlax was coming in that wasn't owned by another trainer.
We definitely don't have 2 trained ones and 1 untrained one coming in right now.
What, you mean the one right there isn't trained? She looks pretty trained, as like Munchlax is like on her best behavior. Like,
Of course. Just a beautiful princess in front of everyone else.
come on.
Hey,
I am pretty sure that
Elliot will, like,
Munchlax deserves a treat.
Elliot will kind of like stammer back a little bit. I'm an aspiring ground type master. What can I find ahead?
Well, from what I've heard, they over on Route 3 they got some of them drill bursts, and while they tend to be a little aggressive and they kind of blend in with some of the boulders out there, they say there's some Rhyhorns up that way. Sparklestone likes to use one, so I think that's where he got his from. But be careful, those things, like when they get going, and you don't want to be in front of them when they do.
Who did you say had one?
Sparklestone, the gym leader at the Wastery Pinnacle, isn't that where you guys going?
Oh, that's right.
Wonderful
Well,
insight. Are there any fire type Pokemon up ahead as well?
No, well, it gets tough. There's a lot of Pokemon that are more like ground type. They said something about one that seems to have like a hump on its back that might produce some fire.
Oh!
You see, like, the fire, like, start to burn in Fire Jan's eyes as she gets really close to this dude, like, grabs him, pulls it in, and says, "Where would it be?"
Elliot then grabs the shirt from Firestarter Jan. Where would it be?
Oh my god.
She kind of like, she's an older lady. She's like in her 80s, and she's like, okay. I know you guys are excited, but
Whoa,
We're just manhandling the elderly.
simmer down just a little bit. Yeah, this specifically is on Route 3. Just before you get into like the actual mountain pass up to Wastery Pinnacle. It's a little bit more arid. It starts to get a little more rocky. As far as like the particulars on where on the route, I can't really say. I've ran this general store for like the last 30 years, so I haven't traveled much since I got out this way. It's a simple life, so it's more whatever stories kind of pass by as people come in and out.
You just see Firestarter Jan, like, all she is just a streak as she takes off running.
At 9:30 at night.
Oh my god.
I appreciate all the help. Could I potentially buy some Pokeballs here?
Well, I'd like to help you out, but I haven't really stocked up on that type of stuff. It's mostly the snacks and just getting everybody recouped. They do say a lot of trainers happen to drop stuff. There were some trainers that had made their way into the general store that said that they had ran into what sounds like you guys did with this Munchlax, and they ended up losing some of their supplies before they were able to make it back here.
Amateurs. We will find their things.
What about like rock climbing gear or something?
I don't necessarily carry it, but you shouldn't need it heading up to Wastery Pinnacle. They've done a pretty good job of making sure that path is traversable. It's a little windy, kind of having to work its way back and forth so that it's not too steep, but there shouldn't be anything that requires you to rock climb unless you want to do it for fun.
Yeah, plus Elliot, you could totally count me out if that's what it meant we had to do to continue on. I might just retire then and there.
Okay, Elliot's just gonna peruse the shop before going to lay down.
Yeah, and as you're perusing the shop, it's more or less like if you've ever been out to like the, shit, I'm blanking on it right now. Just past Park City. I can't think of the name of it. Wayne Ship. There's like a little general like it's a gas station, but it has like a little general store. So it's got like one or half gallon of milk, like sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
okay,
kind of stuff.
okay.
So like it's got a little bit more than like your average gas station as far as like some like meal type stuff, but like it's pretty basic in terms of what it's got available here.
Colin will try to grab everything that's sort of pre-made and only requires like warming or something like that. You know, nothing that requires actual food prep.
Yeah, there's
necessarily
plenty
have
of those
those
like pre-made sandwiches like ham and cheese, and
Perfect.
like, if you really want something hot, they have a microwave and there's like some burger, like pre-packaged burgers and that.
Definitely will grab some of those. Yeah, everything.
For
Yes,
anybody
great.
grabbing food, just do like a generic like 3 or 4 zenny as far as like how much it would cost to
Okay.
sustain yourselves outside of like your own supplies that Roji has kind of been flipping along with you guys. Anything for the evening? I think there was 1 or 2 people that hadn't done training sessions. Remember, training sessions are about like 2 hours, but you guys have time before heading to bed. And meta-wise, this would serve as a focus center as far as like Pokemon goes. It would fully heal up anybody that needed to get healed before you guys get ready to like head out for the next part of your journey.
I think I might be good.
I still need to do a training session, I think.
Also, unless if you wanted to try and find a poke, if you wanted.
Wouldn't we have to do that like on our way?
You could head back out. I guess at this point to kind of like, because I know Pokerole, we got to get a little crosshaired with like all the different options that are on the table. So for those of you that need any sort of battles, there is a potential to find trainers. It's a little late at night to find trainers out on the route, but that is an option. So you can roll to find trainers to battle. There is Pokemon in general, like if you're wanting to search for those, you can search for Pokemon. Training sessions are on the table. The other one is it's my version of pulling over from the games like the random items that you can find on a route. That is an option that you can guys go search for those. You've now been told specifically like the Munchlax that you guys encounter probably cause them to lose items.
Sure.
So those are things you can do. Just keep it with the kind of like mindset of like it's 9:30 at night, so like Pokemon will still be out, and some of them may even be more active now that it's the night and there's less likely to encounter other species. It's kind of your guys' choice on what you'd like to do at this point. So,
Yeah. So that kind of leads into my question: are there different encounter tables for nighttime?
I have not built different ones for nighttime, but what I would say is if you guys are going out at this point, I will kind of look at the table I already have and look at which ones would make more sense to be active at this point, just based off of what Pokemon they are specifically.
I think Elliot will stay back, getting very excited for going into the new zone. I think he's going to try to fill up his energy.
Okay. Melody, since you're the one that brought it up, what would you like to do?
I'll just, I do want to train one of my pokes. I think I don't know if it's recommended that I do a certain one, like I have to do my starter, but I was thinking of doing Trident. That's my compass. Sorry, I'm able to go.
So there's nothing that's going to tell you which one you have to do. So the thing to keep in mind is the Pokemon that you have, your starter, Fennekin, and your Finnegan and Clobblepose are already both beginner rank, and your third Pokemon, Flababy, is starter rank currently. So you can definitely train Finnegan and Clobblepose. The only thing you're going to run into is once you hit the amount of training sessions you need for them to go up to the next rank, they won't be able to do that until you go to the next rank. So the benefit of training them outside of like just knocking out the reps that you need is being able to give them different moves within their respective tiers. Whereas Flababy is currently starter rank and won't have access to any beginner rank stuff or the stat bonuses until it goes up to beginner rank.
Okay. Well, I will train my Flababy then. Her name is Pixie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you decide what
Yeah.
color flower she's got?
Yeah.
Orange, probably.
Okay, how would you like to do this training session?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Well, I don't have context to know what I'm teaching her per se, so I don't
Think it literally about like doing a soccer drill, but with a Pokemon instead.
Basically, just think of like, what area would you like to improve in the Flababy? If you're leaning towards more like special attacks, you kind of like describe, okay, I'm working with them on like trying to build up like their ability to tap into nature and using their Vine Whip or something like that. Or are you trying to boost their vitality where it's kind of like working on their endurance and everything like that? It is kind of like just whatever vector, because whenever you successfully boost them to the next rank, they will get attribute points to put in, and you're kind of like flavor texting what you've been working on towards those skill points that you're going to eventually get.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm going to have her do... oh, there's an asterisk by the Vine Whip.
That's
in the
me,
case.
Meadow. I had this conversation with Tucker at the very beginning. That was me for the wild Pokemon to kind of like mark which move, because if you remember on the second sheet it says accuracy and like damage. That's tied to a specific move, not. And the asterisk told me which one it was tied to. So as a storyteller, when I'm running, I could just go, okay, the asterisk towards this. That's the move they're going to use 9 times out of 10. And here's the dice I roll. So it was just to speed up the process for me. You can annotate whichever move is going to be the most likely for you to use as a trainer and already have that one preloaded on the second sheet so that you don't have to look stuff up. Otherwise, you have to go look, okay, it's using this move. It's Dex plus Brawl, which is this many dice. If it hits, it's this many dice for the damage pool. Whichever move you select for the second sheet, I just mark it so I know, okay, if I'm using that move, I already know how many dice I need to roll for each thing.
Okay, got it. Well then, I guess I'll have her work on her Vine Whip just because I had an emotion in mind. Just because she kind of looks like a top flower-ish type thing. I'm gonna have her like spin like a top type thing, and then like to charge up her whip essentially to practice that.
Perfect. Okay, so how this one's going to work is look at your trainer sheet. You're going to look at the lore, and then you're going to add the special from your Flababy. And that's how many dice.
I was away, but basically she's letting rip a Beyblade.
Yeah.
Is it where do I find her special?
It should be on the left-hand side of the Pokemon sheet. It's one of the core attributes.
Okay. All right. Oh no, I rolled 3 and all of them were a fail.
It's not the end of the world. It seems like the Flababy's going to need a little bit more time kind of interacting with you to like start progressing. you're making progress, just not quite as much progress as you would like. It'll take 3 successful training sessions to get her up to beginner rank. So you'll just need an attempt on the next day. Okay, Elliot, you said you were going to pass for anything else this evening. Firestarter Jan, is there anything you wanted to do to close out the evening?
No, I think Firestarter Jan's gonna pass.
Okay. Anything for you, Lissa?
Yes, Lissa would like to do a training session with Pomplio.
Okay. Go ahead and describe what you'd like to do.
She wants to try to work on her water gun with her. So she's gonna take her out to some trees and like try to direct her to hit like specific leaves to try to knock them off the tree.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me a lore plus your Poplio's dex. Or its channel, whichever you would prefer.
That is 3 successes on that.
Perfect. Poplio is definitely able to kind of like pull off this different targeting here. This isn't the first time you've kind of worked on like targeting specific things, so it seems to be working really well. In fact, this was enough to bump Poplio up to beginner rank, which means your Poplio now gets 2 points towards its attributes, 2 points towards its social attributes, so it's the red boxes, the rainbow boxes, and then it's going to get another 4 skill points, which is these smaller ones. You can add those however you feel. So altogether, a good little training session there for Poplio. Okay. Colin,
Congratulations. Sorry, I'm making us soup.
No, you're good. Anything for you,
Yeah,
good
fuck
sir?
yeah. I don't know if I necessarily have it in me to like train my pokes. However, I will ask all my Pokemon, because I'd like to try to establish myself on the bottom bunk. And hopefully drive a bunk that's not wanting to be also occupied. I want to like my own bunk bed to myself. Anyways, I'm gonna do some like short and stout, all about sort of stretches, and just like do a group little like and then I'll try to give my best sort of like motivational speech, but I end up sort of like diluting that speech into like essentially repeating back to them what my father said to me before I left home. And then eventually I'll get tired and want to fall asleep.
Okay. The rest of the evening is fairly uneventful. Like I said, it seems to be like a nice, quiet little country store. You guys get set up in the room there. There are like showers and like a bathroom here as well if like you're wanting to get cleaned up. You're able to get some good rest. And like I said, they have like it's a like basic setup for a Poké Center to kind of like heal up your Pokemon before moving on. But kind of starting out the next day, as you guys wake up and you're looking out at the route here, what weather looks like. It's a clear day. Looking out at Route 3 here. Like I said, it's getting definitely more arid. The incline's starting to pick up, so like I would say probably like a 2 to 3% gradient at this point as far as like the mountain itself goes. Getting a little bit more rocky, at which point I will turn it over to you guys as you're starting out your morning here.
Okay, well, I hope everyone slept well. I am ready to go. Unfortunately, I did look at some of the maps here and what kind of paths we're dealing with, and I'm afraid we might have to take a couple of breaks up the hill there, because let's just say I have a lot of cushion for the push-in. And I sort of gesture to my bus.
I'm glad that you slept well. Some of us couldn't because someone in our party who will remain nameless, it was Collin, snores like a running chainsaw.
That was not me. That was my Munchlax's belly.
Uh-huh.
Just because Bernie isn't here to defend himself doesn't mean it happened. I mean, doesn't mean it didn't happen, I mean.
That sounds like an oxymoron to me, and okay. I was the one that woke up and looked at you, and you were mouth agape, just...
Well, hopefully, maybe you can take a picture next time you watch me sleep.
Oh, I will. She kind of leans into you. You smell better when you sleep.
I don't like the way that sounds.
I am ready. What does the day have in store for us? As she stretches and, pops her back.
The fire and potentially brown type with the hump on its back.
She also leans into you and grabs you by the shirt and pulls you close. You see the fire in her eyes as she's like, "It will be mine."
Yes, my grandma has a hump.
If we find one, I will battle you for it.
If we find one, I will murder you for it.
Hey, you know what? We should keep the competition friendly, but, Elliot, if I actually wouldn't mind if you took some of the heat off of Firestarter Jan here for me, so by all means.
She looks at you and there's still the fire burning in her eyes.
Oh.
You will help me with that fire.
Hitting the road here.
Yeah. But I'd like to think that Elliot and Firestarter Jan are head to head, way ahead. You can see a dust cloud coming out from behind him as we're running down the trail.
Okay.
Collin, keep up.
Cinders, hurry! I think we might have to pull out the vines.
Okay, as you guys get started on the trek here, it seems to be that Drillbur in particular is a little bit more common on this route. As you kind of are making your way, you see a couple of them pop out of little, they're molehills off to the side on each side, and you see what appears to be a boulder that's actively moving, which seems to fit the description of what the lady had described as the Rhyhorns, at least on this court.
Good God. Are they big fuckers?
Okay.
Yeah, they're I want to say Pokedex entries. They're 200 or 300 pounds and pretty fucking stocky.
Jesus Christ.
They might even be more than that. I think they might actually be half a ton or a ton as far as weight.
All right,
Elliot,
Drillbur. Oh, go ahead.
I just have a question since you kind of want to be the ground guy. Are those gonna hurt? Should we stay away from those?
Yeah, definitely don't wave your hands around in the middle of the way to allow for a distraction.
Do you know if they're attracted to things that have reflective surfaces on their eyes? Actually, before you answer, I'm just going to play it safe, and I'll take my glasses off, and you see one of my eyes roll to the right a little bit. I'm ready!
I realize that Drillbur doesn't know dig, but can I have it dig underground and go up for a mud slap as a surprise?
Give me. Shit,
I think there is a stealth.
Yeah, is there a stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is stealth.
Does it have a point in stealth to be able to roll for it?
It actually has 2.
Okay.
No shit.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
No shit, that's 2 senses.
Nice.
Hell
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, so your drill biller is able to kind of like, it's one of those, it's an innate sort of ability that it can do. Like, you can tell that it can't quite
Sure.
use it in combat, but like
In
knows how to
combat, right.
burrow. So it's able to kind of get close up to this Rhyhorn and at least make an attempt for a mudslap. So go ahead and give me an accuracy roll with it.
Not great with special. 1 success.
Okay. Since the Rhyhorn was not aware that it was there yet, go ahead and roll me the damage. It's not going to make an attempt to dodge.
Okay, so special +1.
Elliot, be careful! You just told me those things are dangerous!
That is 1 success.
Okay.
But this is super effective.
So it will automatically do 1 extra, but it looks like this is one stout motherfucker. So it ends up only
shit.
taking 1 damage after
Damn.
the reduction for its defense.
Nice job,
Or
Drillbird!
was- or is
You
mud-
resist
or
its
is
rock
mud-
attacks!
Yeah, is it mud slap? Is it special or
It's special.
special? Still reduced to 1, but definitely
Okay.
seems like it is doing some decent amount of damage. Okay, before I proceed, is anybody else jumping in with this encounter, and then we're gonna determine an initiative based off of that.
Quickly, was Rhyhorn the only described Pokemon in the
There
scene?
was 2 Drillburs.
Okay.
Is there a sandstorm a brewing?
Not currently. It is currently a clear day.
I want to stay on the Cinders train. I'm going to summon Cinders out. Elliot, careful! And I will go, Cinders! Go help him out. Don't trust me. He's only 300 pounds. And I will just send Cyndaquil out with an initiative of 3 to assist.
Meta-wise, remember, guys, you guys can passively gain XP. So, like, you don't necessarily have to be actively trying to catch the Pokemon or necessarily battling. Like, you could kind of pass your turn to play defense, essentially, to be incorporated in it to gain victories. So that is an option if you're not necessarily looking to battle or catch or anything like that.
I'll do that because I don't want to like accidentally kill it or anything.
Yeah.
But I will bring out my baby Pixie.
Okay. Elliot, what was your Drillbur's initiative?
3.
3. Rollies between you and Cinder.
3.
Firestarter
3 for me.
Jan.
1.
Firestarter Jan, are you throwing anything out, or are you just letting this happen? Or are you taking
hold
out
on.
the Drillburs?
I'm sorry. What are we facing?
Currently a
Rhyhorn.
Rhyhorn. Or at least that's
There's
what
also 2
Elliot's
Drillbur in the
engaged.
area.
There are 2
Yeah.
Drillburs in the area. One of them is across the road opposite, so that one you wouldn't be in the same area. The other Drillbur is close enough that you would passively get experience from both if you were engaging that one.
And Elliot's engaging the Rhyhorn.
Yes. Assisting
I help-
with mine.
I help you get this. You help me get the fire.
Nope.
Okay, fine. You're on your own. I'm good. And she goes and sits down on a rock and just kind of watches as she pets Finnegan.
Lissa, are you jumping in?
She's gonna have Populo go after the Drillbird.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
The one on the same side of the road as everybody else?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, ground type episode, everybody.
Okay.
Yep.
Pull up the Drover as well. Okay. What's your Populio's initiative?
2.
Okay, go ahead and do a roll off for that one.
That's a 6.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Okay, so initiative. You said your Flaw Baby was gonna just passively kind of be involved, right? Not necessarily engaged in an initiative order.
Yeah.
Okay. So initiative in the Rhyhorn encounter will be Cinders, Drillbur, and then the Rhyhorn. And then Poplio, you will go first between you and the Drillbur, at least currently. Munchmax kind of like looks between the 3 different groups we've got of like everybody ganging up on this like Rhyhorn, the 1v1 over here, and then Firestarter Jan sitting down and kind of like is like looking for someone to give her guidance on like what they want her to do. And since no one has food, she's like still sitting there like indecisive on like what to do.
Wow, okay.
Munch?
Munch, no! We'll give you the signal, just sit!
Munch.
He
Okay.
crosses his arms and eats popcorn with Firestarter Jan.
Cinders is up. What would Cinders like to do?
Okay, Cinders, this is gonna be fucking tough, man. Your only move is resisted by him, so we just have to play pure support, buddy. Take it easy out there. Move around sporadically and pull out the most malicious face you got, buddy. Go ahead and use Leer.
Okay, go ahead and give me that accuracy roll.
That is 1 success.
Okay. Its defense has been lowered by 1. That
Perfect.
will bring
So
us
does-
to Drillbur.
So does that make it take more damage, or does it make it easier to hit?
It makes it take more damage. So if you recall how this works is you roll accuracy, which is completely dependent on your Pokemon. Then you'll roll damage, which the amount of your successes is
Subtracted from their defense.
yeah. So their defense
Or-
will get
yeah.
subtracted from the amount of successes you have. So the higher their defense, the lower the actual damage they take, regardless of what you roll.
With a minimum of 1 damage, basically.
Yeah, you will
Okay,
always
Drill.
do 1, but
With the Leer, you should be able to deal more damage with a scratch. Scratch it!
all right,
Scratch
go ahead,
it!
give me that.
That is 1 success.
Okay, go ahead and roll me your damage roll.
So there's just a flat amount that he takes more having his defense lowered, or do I roll another die?
No, you just roll whatever your normal stats would be for the scratch, and then it's just less subtracted based off of its defense score.
Okay, that is 3 successes.
Okay, so it's gonna take
Nice!
2 damage.
It resists normal rock and ground.
It
no, ground
resists, but its
normal.
defense is also lowered.
Oh, right. Oh, that's true.
Well, he hit him with a... Oh yeah, I guess there's a lot more with Rhyhorn.
I can't remember. I think it's ground that resists normal, or is it rock that
It's
resists
rock.
Rock
Yeah.
resists normal, so it's going to take one damage off that.
Okay. That's still good.
That's
Yeah.
so good. So good.
The Rhyhorn, having been hit by the Drillbur is going to attempt to retaliate with a smackdown.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
With
Was not
one
expecting
success.
smackdown.
You can potentially dodge or clash. You will need 2 successes because this would be your second action in the turn.
I'm sorry, say that once more.
You can
Your
dodge.
Drillbur has the option to dodge or clash, but this would be its second action in the turn, so it needs to get a minimum of 2 successes in order to pull it off.
So remind me what Clash does.
That's where you choose one of
Attack at the same time.
your attacks, and you basically, if you're successful, both of you take 1 damage.
Yeah. Drillbur, keep at it! It's gonna go for a scratch and flash, because he resists rock.
Okay, so how this one works is you're gonna roll either strength or dex, depending on which move you're choosing.
Yeah.
Plus
Strength,
flash.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
most of the sheets are already queued up to have that built in.
Yep.
so-
Uh-huh. Okay, that is 1 success.
Unfortunately, because your Drillbur has already acted in the turn, it's just a smidge late on trying to pull off the
On
clash.
the timing. Gotcha.
So it'll
Oh,
go
shit.
ahead and get hit with the smackdown. Taking 2 damage minus
Resist.
your
So 1.
defense.
Oh, well, that, yeah.
Yeah, and then if you resist, it's minus an extra 1, minimum of 1.
You're taking 1 regardless, because of your resistance. Yeah, regardless of defense.
Okay.
All right, that'll bring us over to Poplio and the fight with the Drillbur.
Oh, dude, you're seriously gonna kill this thing in 1 hit.
Maybe.
I'd rather not, because I want to try to catch it anyways. I'm going to shoot water gun at it.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me that accuracy roll.
Two successes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your damage pool. Remember that you're automatically going to get a +1, or you get 1 extra die because of the stab,
Super effective.
and an extra
Yes.
die because of the super effective. So you have 2
Oh,
extra
so
die in your
2
dice
extra
pool.
die. Yes.
Yes, I'm rolling 6 then.
Guess I'm rolling 6.
Oh no, this is the worst.
That would be 6 successes.
No fucking way, dude.
That's serious.
Wow, what a
Go
roll
ahead and
indeed.
describe how you would like to finish off this Drillbur.
You're like, hey, Popular, take it easy on this one, all right? And it just blast it with a fucking fire hydrant metaphor.
It pictures a leaf falling down from the tree. We practiced
Yeah.
this before.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks to all the training that Lissa's done with her
Wow.
Pablo. She's just so good that they're just not wanting to make it faint, just too good, and it fainted. And she's like, well,
Oh,
yes, that happened.
Okay,
oh shit.
so Cinders, the Drillbur,
Yes.
Flababy, and Poplio all can mark they have one victory.
Hell yes.
If you guys didn't do it earlier with the fight with the Dragonized Munchlax,
Oh, I
make
did.
sure you mark down that whoever you had out during that encounter also got 1 victory. But the encounter with the Drillbur has closed out, and we're back up to the top of the round with Cinders.
Should I keep hitting it with the leer, or should I? I'm just worried if I have Cinders use tackle, he'll get a headache.
Jan shouts, just lift your shirt, you'll blind it.
That's it, Cinders use tackle. I just want to go for a tackle real quick.
Okay, go give me that accuracy roll.
Cheers. Cheers. Hold, please. 2 successes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your damage.
Yes. Another 2 successes.
Okay. It will take 1 damage, and
Nice.
it's looking a little rough.
Cinders, holy shit! I think it's stumbling! Good job!
That will bring us to Drillbur.
Okay, DM. On a scale of 1 to 5.
So meta-wise, if you don't recall, when I say it's looking a little rough, it is now in the yellow.
Okay. Drillbur, one more scratch. That is 3 successes.
Nice.
Go ahead and give me your damage roll.
That is 1 success.
Okay. I mean, hey.
Resist and Lear, yeah.
But one.
It's only going to take 1 damage, but
Yeah,
it-
1
it's-
minimum.
It's obviously picking away at it. It is on the verge of looking bloody.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. It's getting that look in the eye.
You can tell that you guys are wearing it down. The unfortunate detriment of Rhyhorn is it's slow and turning direction, so as you guys are hitting it from multiple sides, it can't get a running start at any individual.
Right.
But with its turn, it's going to attempt to land a smackdown on this Drillbur again.
I clash.
Well, it didn't have any successes yet, so jumping the gun just a smidgen. But it's one of those that
Drillbur's
kind of
horn in
like
its
stomps to kind
claws.
of like get one of the rocks to come down on a Drillbur, and it's one of those that it's not able to hit the right spot to get the rock to fall.
Oh shit.
Is Papio switching over to this other encounter, or is it content to kind of just join in with one
Please no.
enemy background?
I'm just gonna be in the background as well at this point.
Okay, that will bring us to the top round with Cinders.
Okay, so realistically,
There's no way you can deal more than 1 damage. It should be 5.
no. I'm not gonna attack anymore. How far away? Like how realistically far away is Firestarter Jan relative to us having the battle? Like if I accidentally had Cyndaquil do a crazy attack, could it be foreseeably played off in such a way that she could get hit in the crossfire, or would it be too blatant?
Based off the moves that your Cyndaquil knows, it would be very blatant.
Very
because
blatant.
They're all single target attacks.
Is it lead time?
So like she's sitting behind you guys as you're focusing on the Rhyhorn. So like the Cyndaquil would literally have to turn the opposite fucking direction, move behind you, and go after Jan.
So I just have this fantasy play off in my head, and as I'm like, all right, Cinders, that's enough, and I return Cinders to hit back to his ball.
Are you sure you want to return Cinders?
Well, I'll keep Cinders about, and I'll make them so he's just really keeping a
Hanging out.
safe distance. Yeah.
All right, that will bring us to Drillbur.
Okay, Drillbur, one more time.
Oh, are you sure? What if you
Yeah.
kill him? He's on red. There's no way he's not.
He's not on red yet. One more.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me your accuracy roll.
Right, that's what you said before. He's not quite bloodied yet, but he
It's
will
not
be.
quite bloody. But do you remember the detriment of it being bloody is it reduces its happiness and loyalty to 1.
Oh.
But you do know at this point, based off of your Pokedex entry, that this is a beginner rank Pokemon, so it's going to be tougher to catch without some extra bonuses or status conditions. So you're kind of in a rock and a hard place. Literally.
Much like a
It's
Rhyhorn. That's rock and ground type.
Pokemon in front of you.
Could I
You're
throw?
between a rock and a ground type. Yeah.
Sorry, one sec.
Very good. giving me time to make sure I know how many successes you need.
Okay. Drillbur, burrow under him. And try to freak the Rhyhorn out, see where the hell this Drillbur's at. And in its confusion, I'm gonna toss a freaking knuckleball. There's 0 spin, and the ball goes from like left to right and pops him right on the freaking horn.
Okay.
Cool.
Because it is at below half health, and you're throwing a standard Pokeball, you have 5 dice. You need 4 successes because it is a beginner right now.
Oh boy. Oh boy, dude. Good luck. That's a lot. That's a lot of successes.
Okay. I can only roll 4 at a time, but that's 3 out of 4. Okay, that's 3 out of 5.
Ah!
So the Rhyhorn sort of like whips its head to knock the Pokeball
Oh
away
shit.
as it kind of like attempts to bear down on the Drillbur that's kind of like moved towards it. Because it went to burrow, it's going to attempt to land a stomp. Let's see if I got
Sorry, I didn't mean to push. Never mind.
You didn't want to what?
I didn't mean to press my push to talk just now when I laughed. It was just out of habit because the GIF I posted was funny. Sorry.
But the giggle added to it.
Forgot there's a fuck ton. Almost had That's 1 success with the stomp. Your Drillbur will need 2 successes to keep your Pokeball, so it's kind of behind the curve on being able to dodge or flash.
Fail.
That's 3 successes minus whatever your defense is.
2.
Okay. So it'll take 1 damage then. Bringing us back to the top of the round. It sounds like Cinders is setting out, so it will just be Drillbur.
Cinders, you need to just kind of go like this, and I'll just like do basic cheerleading sort of things, and I'll just like perform a routine. But not enough to distract the Rhyhorn completely. I don't want to fuck with it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of Pokeballs, so we're just gonna go for 1 more scratch.
Okay.
Drillbur's gonna pop up out of the ground after having its head stomped on and scratch back.
Give me that accuracy roll.
2 success.
Okay, go ahead and give me that. Yeah.
That is 1 success.
Okay, so it'll take 1 damage. It is officially red.
Do I have to wait till my next round, or can I chuck another ball?
You will have to wait to your next round. The Rhyhorn is going to attempt a smackdown at this point with 2 successes.
Wow.
It-
That meets the defense.
that was 2 hits. It'll roll for damage unless you're trying to dodge or clash.
Oh,
You'll need
I
a
don't-
minimum of 3 successes to pull either of those off.
I think. Yeah, we'll try to evade.
Okay. So your dodge is going to be evasion plus its dex. You need 3 successes because this is your second one, and it rolled 2 successes.
Okay, well I have 5.
Oh, it's even odds, actually.
Yes, quite.
That's 3 successes.
Nice. So yeah,
Hell yeah.
Drillbur, whether or not it's just your guys' innate connection or just the Rhyhorn's just a smidge too slow, is able to kind of move out of the way as the rock from a little bit higher up on the incline here comes down and just splats beside it. That will bring us to the top of the round.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss my ball and like whistle up and have Drillbur smack the ball down like the Rhyhorn's using Smackdown.
Elliot, he's our man. If he can't do it, well, I'm not really sure, but I'm sure he can do it.
You have 6. You need 4.
Oh, fuck. All right, dude. Good luck.
All right, that's 2 out of 4. I need to roll 2 right now. Hey! Hell yeah! 4 out of 6.
And
Nice.
it looks like it's
Hell
just,
yeah.
it's one of those, the Rhyhorn is just a little bit worn out at this point. So it's unable to combat with this second Pokeball coming in, and you were able to secure it. That means
Wow.
Cinders, the Poplio, the Drillbur, and the Flababy all can mark off another victory.
Wow. Twofer.
The only difference between what I'm going to post here in just a sec is that this Rhyhorn is now at 1 happiness and 1 loyalty.
Sure.
I love that if you smack the shit out of it, it gets loyal and happy at the same time.
Well, actually, quite the opposite. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay. As we conclude this capture of the Rhyhorn, that is where we will end for tonight.
Wow. What a world.